Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 1v1 on Gleize Breakout. Sorry. Our heroes today are going to be Mr. Praise RNJESUS, playing as the Soviet forces in the blue. And his opponent in the red is going to be none other than PSG RedxWings, playing as the austere faction or Wehrmacht faction, depending your preference, in the red. Now, right off the bat, we do see that RedxWings has gone for the Osttruppen Doctrine. As you can see, the Osttruppen rushing onto the field, with a second one following suit. RedxWings has decided not to build himself any early tech, no tier 1, and has also gotten himself a second Pio squad. So 2 Pios, 2 Osttruppen, and I would only assume that he's going to be getting more Osttruppen after that. RNJESUS for his side, you know, no tech, like, well, I'm not going to say most Soviets, because you do see a lot of tier 1, you know, more than before. But still, you know, the usual, no tech, conscripts, and more conscripts. 3 conscripts to start off with, and, well, we'll see how it progresses. So hi guys, I'm back. After a little bit of a hiatus there. Wasn't really exactly planned, but tough couple of weeks. And yeah, sorry about that, guys. It sucked. I didn't like not casting, and I'm sure you didn't like it either. So hopefully I'm going to be back for a while. I'll be able to get more videos out. I wasn't able to get one out on Monday, but unless my internet keeps being a piece of shit, I should be able to get this out for Tuesday, right? Hopefully you're watching it on Tuesday, if not, well, Wednesday at the least. And, yeah. A little bit of an engagement up here in the north. The Pios managing to win against the conscripts. Conscripts did not lose any of their members. Still 6 members strong, but the Pios did put the fear of God into them in front of the Church of God. And then they win the engagement and barbed wire the approach. Left-hand side, we do have some conscripts engaging against the Osttruppen. The conscripts trying to do the best they can. They will win the fight against the Osttruppens on a one-on-one, with Pios now behind them, adding up some very nice close-up damage. The conscripts will lose the engagement and be forced to retreat. We do have a combat engineer squad coming up to relieve them, and they will try to get the kill on the Osttruppen. They will force a retreat. They will not get the kill, as the Pios are just doing a lot of damage up close. And RedxWings managing to be very effective with this Osttruppen squads or army right now. Conscripts over on the right-hand side getting themselves inside the church. They will be a nuisance here to the Pios, but with only one window being able to shot from up on the bell tower, well, you know, the Pios are going to be just fine. They're going to capture the point, and the conscripts are forced to evacuate the church if they want to actually provide any real threat to the Pios. Setting themselves up to some heavy cover by the fountain. The Pios will, well, take residence on the church, and fortunately for them, though, actually no, they did not go in. I was going to say, though, for them, they do have 4 windows on that side of the church, so they would be able to provide maximum firepower while having the optimal cover. Left-hand side, we do see another conscript squad retreating for RNJESUS, as he has not now gone up to 4 conscript squads in total, but we do see that RedxWings has gotten himself yet another Pio squad on the field, and has totaled up to 4 Osttruppen squads. Now, I don't know exactly what he's going to be going for, but I would only assume, with the sheer amount of Osttruppen he has, that he's going to be skipping tier 1, going straight for tier 2, and probably getting a half-trek. I mean, used to see that back in the day, but, well, who knows. Bunker getting laid down for RedxWings. He is going to be locking down the territory over here on the left-hand side. That is the fuel. It's not a bad idea. Getting himself an MG bunker right there. Going to make it kind of hard there for RNJESUS to break. And up in the north, the fuel point, the Osttruppen managing to hold. They do force the retreat as Pios coming to relieve, and the conscripts are down to 4 men forced to retreat. Second conscript squad now in the fight. Heavy cover, maximum range, going to be winning the fight against the Pios, but it will be a drawn-out fight as they are set up in the heavy cover of that little tractor. So I was trying to talk a little bit, but it's kind of hard with all the action going on all over the place here in this game. Pretty good start. Pretty good start. Now you may notice that I sound a little bit differently. Hopefully that's a good thing, and the investment is not wasted. But yeah, got myself a new mic. Should be, well, should be good. Hopefully it is good. I haven't had a chance to test it out until today, so yeah. So anyways, conscripts moving all the way up to the front of RedWings space, cutting off the southern, or, well, not really southern, not really, but the left-hand side resources for RedxWings. The Osttruppen will be recovering the point. And, well, nothing really happens there. MG Bunker getting some shots at the conscripts as they stutter the game a little bit. And they try to set themselves up in the heavy cover of that destroyed tank. But with the MG there on the flank, they do get themselves suppressed and they are forced to move out of the way. Combat engineers getting themselves into some heavy cover as they try to go for the cap of the fuel point, but with an Osttruppen squad coming up on the flank, they decide, you know what, we're just going to retreat. It's not worth it. We're just going to go back to base, heal up, as we now have infirmary and medics out there. And Molotovs have also been researched. Pretty good choice there. So RedxWings still deciding not to tech at all. He has decided to go for escalate battle phase 2. So yeah, I mean, he's gonna be able to get the you know, Stuck 3 assault gun, the Flak Panzer Ostwind, and the Panzer 4. So yeah, I mean, it's as we assumed, but you know, I guess no. I mean, he's gonna be going for tier 3. I thought he was gonna go for tier 2. So no, actually, it's not what I assumed. That is not at all what I was thinking earlier on. So RNJESUS getting himself tier 2. Nothing from tier 2 so far, so it may be just a stepping stone. No, never mind. He's gonna go for mortar. Interesting. He does go for the shock rifle frontline tactics, so later on he's probably just going to be relying on those heavy tanks, KV-8 and IS-2. The KV-8 would be great against all these Osttruppen, although RedxWings has stopped the Osttruppen count at 4, so, you know, it's not that many. And of course, with tier 3 up, he's going to have access to good counters there for the KV-8, so we'll see if he ends up getting himself one, but yeah. Tier 2 down, so he can also get AT guns to combat any type of vehicle that it comes to. So I am assuming RNJESUS is not going to be spending any more resources in tech. And yeah. Nice little placement here for a Molotov. Is he going to go for it? Yeah, there goes the Molotov. Nice wind-up, nice pitch. Hits right in front of the cover, and the Osttruppen go ablaze. One squad losing 2 of its members, the other squad managing to stay in the fire. Both squads actually in the fire, so very risky there. They're going to be taking some crits there. Multiple members catching a blaze, but we do see Pyos coming up on the flank here on the conscript squad. Conscript squad forced to retreat. 6 men strong still. May lose one of its members on the retreat. Doesn't look like that even's going to happen, but RNJESUS knows that he does not want to stay there as SMGs are shooting them in the back. Mortar now on the field for RNJESUS, getting some shots off at a distance. A nice little clumped up force here, but it's probably going to go for the Pyos squad. Yeah, Pyos squad taking the brunt of the damage there. 1 impact, 1 kill. Conscript squad on the flank, getting it right there on the open. The Pyos squad may actually go down. The conscripts are focusing fire on the squad, but it is a very healthy one man. Does have to run the gauntlet through another 2 squads and a flamethrower, but they are not stopping to focus fire on the Pyos, so the Pyos makes it out of there alive. Bit of a missed opportunity there for RNJESUS. Could have picked up a, you know, a nice little kill there. Not too important as it is, you know, it's just the Pyos squad, but still, you know, it's nice to get rid of some squads whenever you can. Osttruppen retreating, all of them make it out of there, and the conscripts are moving back onto their territory. On the right-hand side, we do still have a Pyos squad capturing some territory, and more Pyos squads all over the place. And the left-hand side is currently decapped for RedxWings as we see RNJESUS once again going for the strategic point up in the north and setting up a sandbag there to combat the approaching troops. Pyos squad does get a flank there on the mortar squad. The mortar squad instantly retreating from the Pyos, does not want to take any risk of losing its heavy weapons, and well, that's about it. Combat engineers with sweepers moving over to the right hand side. More conscripts just capturing territory all over the place. Mines, no wait, wow, I thought that was a mine. That's actually just a little bush there. My bad. And conscripts just moving around to the center. So RedxWings does actually lay down his tier 3 and goes for a Flak Panzer. Ooh, that is a very interesting choice. We do also see shock troops on the field for RNJESUS. Try and help against all those Osttruppen as they are too many. And we do have an AT gun as a safety measure there for RNJESUS. No vehicles just yet, so, you know, he built it preemptively, basically. But we do see, obviously, on our point that a Flak Panzer is coming, so that is going to help pretty good, wow, pretty well. If it is placed in the right angle. Oh, this may actually be bad for the... Okay, no good. I thought the shock troops may actually get themselves hit. Osttruppen forced to retreat. More Osttruppen trying to hold the line. Pios as well. Flak Panzer on the field. And the shock troops are going to take quite a bit of damage. I was saying that the AT gun will work very well against it because it is quite lightly armored, the Flak Panzer, but if it is wrongly placed, the Flak Panzer has a very easy time of actually taking down an AT gun. As you can see right now, the damage is piling up. Combat Engineers taking a massive hit there, losing 2 of its members to the Flak Panzer, and the AT gun is going to be forced back off. So yeah, it needs to be kept at range, making sure that the Flak Panzer doesn't get the ability to circle strafe it, because that is one dead AT gun if that happens. Mines getting laid down for Praise RNJESUS. Right hand side, we see Pio sneaking around, going for the fuel. Splitting off here as one goes for the fuel, one goes for the victory point. And victory points are pretty much dead even, 449 to 443. Could not be closer, really, unless it was exactly, you know, the same. Flak Panzer moving over to the right hand side to support the Pios. AT gun set up to get some nice shots. Gets a shot on the Flak Panzer. Does a little bit of damage, maybe 25 at most. But it does force it to back off. Combat Engineers are sitting right on top of their mine. That is not something you want to do, really, ever. I mean, a lot of the times nothing much is going to happen, but whenever you're going to build a mine, make sure that you just queue up a move order, even a little bit to the side, just to make sure that your Combat Engineers are not just sitting on top of the mine. Because a lot of the times what can happen, for example, with the Flak Panzer there, it could have spotted them there while it was moving back, taken a shot, hit the mine, detonated the mine, and killed the entire squad. So, yeah, you never want to do that. Combat Engineers and Pios duking it out on the right-hand side. The Pios were equipped with a sweeper, and since there is no melee combat in Company Heroes or Company Heroes 2, well, the sweepers end up losing against the flamethrower. Osttruppen are moving in that direction. The flamethrower can actually do wonders against them, but it does need a little bit more support. We do have a conscript squad nearby, but it's a little bit further away, so it's not going to have an effect in that fight. And I can only assume that the Combat Engineers are going to lose that. Shock troops and conscripts pushing forward. The Flak Panzer moving up to support. Going to get some nice shots on the shock troops as they close the distance. The Osttruppen squad down to 4 men, but the shock troops do not have the ability to, well, do anything to a tank, and they are forced to retreat. Conscripts do set themselves up in some heavy cover there by the truck. The truck is taking a beating and actually gets destroyed. Well, actually, no. Took a little bit of damage, but it's still alive. Combat Engineers with the flamethrowers trying to hold the line. They did not manage to decap the point, so the Osttruppen and the artillery field officer have, you know, pretty much done their job. Conscripts are engaging at range against the Osttruppen. The conscripts will win a long-range engagement against Osttruppen in heavy cover, so, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. And the artillery field officer is moving itself a little bit of a flanking position, but it's not going to help out too much. Concentrated fire, greater accuracy, while vehicles fire faster. So yeah, okay. A little bit of an ability there, a buff that it gives to the nearby troops, especially the Osttruppen, but it didn't have too much of an effect. One conscript squad did get brought down to 3 men, but yeah, that's about it. Center map. Osttruppen squad trying to hold against the conscripts. The conscripts did take a lot of damage, down to 2 men, but with shock troops moving up to support, the engagement is won. Mortar hasn't really done too much. No kills so far. A little bit of splash. Actually, no, that's wrong. It got a kill, didn't it? Well, probably not. I guess the Pio that we saw get hit over here maybe just took splash health damage at the same time that it got hit by a bullet, so the kill counted for somebody else, but I do see that it's done a little bit of damage, but not too much. I mean, RNJESUS does know that there is a mortar, I mean not a mortar, a bunker over here on the left-hand side, so, and he has a mortar, so he could just simply utilize it right now to bombard that non-stop until it takes it down. So, I mean, would be a little bit better than what it's been doing, which is nothing so far. AT gun set up to cover the mortar taking a nasty shot there in the face by the Flak Panzer, but the AT gun is unable to return fire. Osttruppen getting themselves near the cover of the MG, setting up in some heavy cover by the, you know, destroyed tank. Forces the squads to reposition, and the shock troops are moving in that direction. Right-hand side, combat engineers and conscripts pushing forward. We do have a teller mine getting laid down there by RedxWings, and since these guys have sweepers, they also cleared out the mine that was laid down a while ago for RNJESUS. Flamethrower burst does go off, and the sweeper is forced to retreat. We also have a Stug 3 on the field now for Mr. RedxWings. And we have a second AT gun on the field for RNJESUS, as he now wants to be able to combat this. Oh, combat engineer squad taking some nasty shots there, dropping a flamethrower. We see a Pyro squad go. Oh my god, a double flamethrower Pyro squad. No, never mind. They dropped their own flamethrower. They picked up a Soviet flamethrower and dropped their own. Osttruppen squad will go pick it. No, actually it won't. I mean, they could, but they won't. That's kind of funny. AT gun set up there to support. The Stug is at maximum range, so the AT gun unable to get much done, but it does have the ability to throw an artillery barrage, and it's currently artillerying that Osttruppen squad, and only shoots once and then moves out of the way. Artillery field officer on the flank. The conscripts are able to stop it, forcing the retreat, and we see Osttruppen moving up and replacing everything in their path. Left-hand side, Osttruppen forced to retreat as conscripts and combat engineers are capping points. Again, we have the mortar, but the mortar is... there we go. Finally, it's starting to focus on the bunker that it knows is there. Throwing the barrage. Yeah. That is essentially what it should have done from the get-go when it, you know, when RNJESUS knew that there was a bunker there, and he knew very early on. You know, you could put it in this angle over here, get it as close as possible around here. Bombard, you know, if you were so inclined, maybe. Or where it is right now, so it covers more area, but yeah. Anyways, he's doing it now, so that's fine. We'll see if he actually does end up taking down. The Stug does end up suffering some engine damage. We'll see if we can spot later on what actually did that. Was it just damage, or maybe an AT gun that got... not AT gun, but AT grenade that got thrown? Because we do have RNJESUS here with AT grenades already researched. So yeah, I mean, I can only assume it was an AT grenade. Shouldn't be too impressive, but we'll try and see if we can get that on the screen. Left-hand side's combat engineers retreating with their sweepers. Conscripts trying to stop the approaching Pyos with their flamethrower. The flak pants there to support. Gonna get some nasty shot there on the conscripts. Mortar getting flamed there by the Pyos. Oh, the conscript squad taking some nasty damage there to the Flak Panzer, forcing the retreat of the mortar squad. The conscript still trying to hold the line. The AT gun backing off. The Flak Panzer is going to get some additional shots there on the conscripts, and the AT gun went up a little bit too far. Conscripts Ura forward. It looks like they want to get in range for the Flak Panzer to get a grenade off, but the Flak Panzer was already on the retreat, or, well, reversing. And the AT gun, oh, it sets itself up in the worst angle. The Flak Panzer manages to get a flank, really. And, yeah. Not doing a lot of damage here to the AT gun, but the shock troops and the conscripts up in the front. We do have a Stug there, trying to get some shots off on them, but the AT gun, again, isn't really doing too much. Could have at least turned to try to face the Flak Panzer. Shock troops and conscripts backing off a little bit for RNJESUS. And on the far right-hand side, we have Osttruppen and Pyos engaging a shock troop squad. Nice grenade could be tossed right here on top of the... Yeah, there it goes. Does not manage to do too much. Could have been, you know, anticipated the retreat, but yeah, they win the engagement, so that's just fine. Pyos with sweeper, they're not going to stand a chance against the shock troops. The shock troops are closing the distance and going to get right on top of them. The point is probably not even going to be decapped. Nope, there it goes, forcing the retreat, but the shock troops are unable to finish off the Pyos. Tier 4 has gone down for RedxWings. We'll see what he ends up getting with that, but not too sure. Pyos on the left-hand side are actually repairing the bunker, so the bunker is not going to fall. Again, that's why I was saying RNJESUS needed to have started the bombardment of that a little bit earlier. He does have an AT gun, so he could just simply move up and start getting some shots of attacking ground at maximum range to get the bunker down. But of course there are two tanks or vehicles on the field right now against him, so he doesn't really want to be using that. Where's the other AT gun? The other AT gun is moving over to the right-hand side. It was currently at base. Not sure what it was doing, but there you go. Conscripts on the right-hand side, capturing some territory. Osttruppen moving out, Osttruppen moving out, and more Osttruppen moving out. Well, not really. This is the Flak Panzer and the Stug moving around over to the left-hand side. We do have a KV-8 on the field for RNJESUS, trying to catch the Pyro Squad. It does actually catch the Pyro Squad. Can it finish it off? Yes, it does. Stug getting some nice shots there on the KV-8, but the KV-8 is big, it's strong, it's bulky, and it can take a beating, especially to a Stug, and it's not gonna suffer too much. Osttruppen now getting caught here by the KV-8. Both squad retreat, not actually taking too much damage. And we do see that the Pyros were trying to lay down a mine, but unable to do so. The Teller mine over here looks like it got detonated at some point. Not sure if it was, you know, intentional or not. But, well, considering that RNJESUS didn't have any vehicles, I'm not exactly sure what detonated. We'll see if we can catch the mine later on, maybe. But, hell, maybe it's I mean, I don't know right now because I'm gonna have to watch a replay, but maybe it ends up being that the Stug with the engine damage was actually a result of the mine detonating for some reason. I don't know, probably not, but you know, we'll see. So RNJESUS putting up quite a fight, actually managing to control most of the map. We do see a Panzerwerfer on the field for RedxWings. That is a very interesting choice. Not a bad choice at all. I mean, we do obviously have easy targets like the AT guns, which the Panzerwerfer is probably going to focus on. KV-8 moving up, getting some flamethrower bursts going off on Osttruppen. Osttruppen forced to retreat. Artillery field officer going to be targeted here. No, the Osttruppen over on the right-hand side, getting a burst going down. Two of its members go down, and the conscripts are going to have a turkey shoot there on the remaining members. Mortar also getting some shots off at a distance, and the artillery field officer taking that damage. And the Panzerwerfer still not shooting anything just yet. Is he going to be utilized at anything? He does know where the AT gun is. There goes the shot. Shoo, 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 shoo. Oh, this is a very big clump. Well, it actually does a decent amount of damage. AT gun losing two of its members. The combat engineers losing one member, but that's about it. KV-8 does need some repairs now if it wants to continue the engagement, and the bunker over here on the left-hand side needs to fall. That is a very resilient bunker. It's stayed on the field for a long time, and that fuel has been fueling RedWings pretty much non-stop. The only thing that RNJESUS has managed to do is decap this point to cut it off, but the point has always been in his control, so yeah. Flak Panzer and Stug pushing forward as shock troops are forcing the artillery field officer and Osttruppen away. Flak Panzer getting some shots at a distance. One shock troop squad already retreating, but the other one is still at 6 men strong, so it just backpedals and moves out of the way. Conscripts controlling the fuel on the right-hand side. And we got conscripts just littered all over the place, making sure that no enemy troop movement is, well, unaccounted for. Flak Panzer getting some repairs going, as we got Osttruppen just moving in mass numbers over on the left-hand side. KV-8 trying to catch the Osttruppen, but we do have a Stug behind it that will be able to, you know, do a decent amount of damage there to the KV-8. You see a shot going off, and that was a target weak point, which actually stuns the KV-8 and puts it in a very bad angle. It may actually go down here. Ooh, misses the shot, Stug. And the KV-8 manages to back off. AT gun is in point, or on point, to defend it. The Flak Panzer moves up. The AT gun will be taking a shot at it. There we go. Frontal armor getting damaged. And a second shot will go off before it moves off of range. There it goes. Down to about half health. And the shock troops are going to be getting in the way of the Osttruppen. And the Osttruppen are forced to retreat. Panzerwerfer, though, is taking... Oh! Wow, that is amazing amount of damage there. Down goes an entire shock troop squad. The AT gun down to 2 men. Conscript squad as well. AT gun lucky to be alive. One more member lost and it would have been decrewed. And the conscripts, look at that sliver of health on those 2 men. One of them farts, they die. Both of them. It's that bad. Conscripts in the center, engaging the Osttruppen and artillery field officer. 3-on-2. Well, you know who's going to win that. And we do have a Pyro squad behind the lines. What was it doing? Oh, interesting. Laying down a Teller mine behind enemy lines. It's an interesting position. You don't really see vehicles going through here too often. I mean, this is more of a natural choke point, but Interesting. We'll see if that actually gets detonated or comes into play. We do have the sweepers on the field, though, so they may be able to catch that very easily. Second Stug now on the field for RedxWings, so he's going to be able to contest a lot of armor with those Stugs. Stugs are pretty good. I mean, they have a decent amount of range, which is especially good. And yeah, I mean, this is RedxWings, so I'm assuming the Stug is his austere version of the Su-76. Though I do feel the Stug is, a little bit better overall. Osttruppen trying to duke it out against the conscripts. The conscripts are down to 3 men, but it's a veteran C3 conscript squad, so it could take a little bit of a beating. Osttruppen are veteran C3 themselves, however, but with a Molotov getting tossed in their face, they are forced to retreat. And the conscripts over here do hold the line. Osttruppen squad coming up on a flank there as the artillery field officer is supporting. Conscripts repositioning themselves to have a little bit of a better cover there, although they are not in great spot. However, with the support of another conscript squad at range, even though it's only 3 men, they actually could have won that engagement or finished out the Osttruppen squad. Conscripts do retreat, 3 men. Shock squad closing the distance. We do see a Panzerwerfer getting tossed into the center. AT gun taking a beating. Down goes the AT gun, and there's an Osttruppen squad there right. Well, no, I mean, it was in position to potentially take the AT gun, but with the shock troops moving in that direction, they would have obviously gotten killed. Shock Troop Squad getting right on top of the Osttruppen. Osttruppen do end up retreating. The Shock Troop Squad, they decide to go for the AT gun. AT gun in position to take a shot at the Flak Panzer. Takes a shot. There goes the hit, and the Flak Panzer is forced to back off. There is a Teller mine right there, which is a dangerous position, as again, the AT gun could take a shot, hit the ground, and detonate it under a vehicle. Accidentally, of course. It doesn't actually know that it's there, but it can happen. So there we go. Victory points, 354 still left for RNJESUS, while only 160 points are left for RedxWings. So RedxWings running out of a little bit of time. RNJESUS does have almost 200 point lead. So, yeah, I mean, he's in excellent shape. Osttruppen and conscripts duking it out in the munitions point. The Osttruppen will lose that engagement, although the conscripts decided to disengage a little bit from the point, trying to allow the cap, but with 3 conscript squad shooting at 1 Osttruppen squad, they're going to die if they try to stay there in the cap. So yeah, down to 2 men. More shots continue to fly, down to 1. Yeah, there goes the retreat. Maybe a little bit too late. No, manages to retreat right in time as the shock troops came on top. KV-8 finally clearing out the bunker on the left-hand side, so the left-hand side flank is finally open for RNJESUS. RedxWing putting a lot of value there on that bunker. And now the 2 Stugs are moving in the direction of the KV-8, both of them whiffing their initial shot. Conscript squad will get an 18-8 going off on the Stug. The Stug takes, damage and a crit on the engine, putting it in a little bit of a tough spot. But the KV-8 is a KV-8. It's not going to really do too much. It does have the ability to switch to its 45 millimeter cannon, which is good. I mean, it can actually kill a Stug. So if it was a one-on-one and the KV-8 managed to get a circle strafe, yeah, it would probably win. But with another, Stug nearby, it's a suicide attempt. So yeah, it's not worth it for RNJESUS to even try that. So he just backs off, gonna get itself repaired. The combat engineers are moving in that direction. No, actually, they're moving in another direction as the KV-8 is not getting repaired. KV-8 could move up to the point and have the combat engineers repairing at the same time. Is RNJESUS going to do that? Well, he's moving it, but it looks like he's just moving it to the center. Stug's moving up, getting some shots off at a distance on the conscripts. Conscripts taking a nasty hit there. KV-8 going to be stopping the sweepers as they approach. There they go, forced to retreat, but the Stugs are nearby. The Panzerwerfer throws a barrage at the AT gun. Oh, nasty hits by the Panzerwerfer. Down goes the AT gun. The weapon itself gets destroyed, and we now have 1 remaining AT gun on the field for Mr. RNJESUS. It is actually very healthy. It's full health, so it doesn't really have that much to worry about for the Panzerwerfer. Will get cleared out if it gets hit, but it will not get destroyed. I'm assuming that is probably the same. Yeah, you can see by the type of guys, the shock troops. Yeah, it's the same Panzerwerfer. They had already gotten hit, so the weapon itself was already damaged. So one thing to keep in mind, whenever possible, always try to repair your heavy weapons. I mean, really whenever possible, but especially after you recruit them. Oh, Panzerwerfer. Oh my god, annihilating both of them. Down goes the mortar and the other AT gun, but yeah, you can see the amount of damage that it does there. These weapons are at about half health now, so a second barrage is very likely to actually destroy the weapon itself. So, for example here, if you recover the AT gun, it's fine, go get it reinforced and such, but, you know, whenever possible, have your combat engineers go repair them, so that in the due case that it does get barraged again, which it probably will, because you know that there's a Panzerwerfer on the field, it doesn't get destroyed, you know. So that's something to keep in mind. Obviously, in the heat of battle, it's very difficult to potentially track these things, but there you go. So RNJESUS is now in a very tough spot. He is pretty much on the back foot. He's being forced back into his own territory in pretty much in all directions. We also have a second Flak Panzer on the field for RedxWings, making sure that no infantry moves around his territory without him having a say about it, and the conscripts are forced to retreat. RedxWings holding at 148 points, 301 points are still left for RNJESUS, and at this stage, I mean, pretty much the only thing he can do is get the IS-2. It looks like that is exactly what he's doing. It does not look like he's even inclined to reinforce his AT gun. He's backing off. He's conceding. Is it conceding, or is that the word? I don't think it is. Whatever. Anyways, he's allowing territory to be taken. He's backing off. Oh, the Panzerwerfer is just being brutal and hitting the shock troops. But yeah, he's not going to be reinforcing a lot. He's going to wait. He needs the manpower, the 640. He only needs 100 more manpower, and he'll call the IS-2. And with that, it's going to be his potential to be able to push back. I mean, the Flak Panzers aren't really going to do anything to an IS-2, and 2 Stugs are a big threat to an IS-2 still, even though it is a heavy tank. But, you know, it has a better shot, obviously, than just having the KV-8, because you can see that RNJESUS actually switched it over to the main gun because he's pretty much desperate right now. Incendiary barrage getting called by RNJESUS. Right into the center point. It looks like he doesn't want to let that point get decapped, because currently RedxWings has a double cap going on him. And while he still has 263 points, it's a 100-point lead. That can go out very quickly. Panzerwerfer just, oh my god, Veteran C3, 60 kills already. It's just a beast of a machine. Already has another rocket barrage ready to go. Wow. That is not even fair. Nasty shot going off on the Flak Panzer. Flak Panzer down to about half health. The IS-2 making itself known. So RedxWing is forced to back off right now. The Stugs, again, like I said, they can't actually do a lot of damage here to an IS-2. IS-2 is also it's also able to take a lot of punishment, but it needs a little bit of support there to finish the deal. Once again, even for RedxWings, make sure that you don't do that. Whenever you set up a mine, make sure you just queue up an order, like even a little bit just to the side. He had his Pios right there on top of the mine that they just laid down. The IS-2 could have very easily gotten in range, taken a shot, and destroyed the entire squad with just one shot. It ends up doing it anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But again, you know, you just want to make sure that that doesn't happen, you know, ever. Osttruppen pushing up. The combat engineers going to be forced to repair the IS-2 as it's taken about half damage. The Stugs are pretty much in excellent shape. The IS-2 down to about half health. AT gun is moved up, but again, the Panzerwerfer is there. The barrage is getting recharged. 30 seconds left, and it'll really be able to do another one. So yeah, I mean, it's just piling all over the place. So yeah, RedxWings in excellent shape right now. Got himself a triple cap going against RNJESUS, so that's gonna reduce that 100-point lead very quickly. We already have 209 points down for RNJESUS, and I can only assume that RedxWings is gonna turn it around before RNJESUS is able to stabilize. And I mean turn it around, you know, have the points in his favor is what I'm trying to say. Center map, shock troops pushing forward, trying to push off the Osttruppen, but the Flak Panzer once again is there. The IS-2 is over on the left-hand side, so there's not going to be any support. Shock troops and conscripts really can't push forward. I mean, those 2 Flak Panzers are brilliant there for Mr. RedWings. And a barrage goes once again over on the left-hand side for RedxWings, the Panzerwerfer, getting another 5 kills to its name as it eliminates A conscript squad? Yeah, it looks like to be a conscript squad. That Panzerwerfer is, Jesus, MVP. Artillery field officer. Apparently not IS-2 proof. Takes a nasty shot. Panzerwerfer once again throws a barrage into the center. The shock troop squad actually managing to survive it. Does end up losing another of its members, but stays alive with 2 men left and is going to try to cap the point. Right hand side, the conscripts do manage to decap the point, and the bleeding is down to 168. 20-point lead still held by RNJESUS, but this is a desperate attempt. He's going to be capping some points, but that is about as much as he's going to do. He's not going to be able to hold them at all with the Flak Panzers. IS-2 trying to get the upper hand on the Stugs. Target weak point going down on the IS-2, stunning it in the center of the map. Combat engineers are going to try to get some combat repairs going on the IS-2 as the point gets capped behind them. But on the left-hand side, the Osttruppen have captured the victory points, while RNJESUS still holds 2 of the strategic points, or victory points. Osttruppen are moving in that direction, though, so they'll be able to cap. There is nothing on the field for RNJESUS to stop that, so yeah, I mean, it was a desperate move there just to stop the bleed and try to give himself a little bit of time. Does need 30 more fuel to be able to have enough for a second IS-2, but I don't think the game is going to get to the point. Another Panzerwerfer barrage going down. Not doing a lot, I don't think. I mean, we do see some hits there. Conscript squad retreating and such, but yeah, it looks like a conscript squad got a little bit manhandled there by the Panzerwerfer, but still alive. Panzerwerfer, 72 kills to its name now. Jesus. And we also see RedxWings just calling in or building up a Panther now. You know, why not? Why not just put the nail in the coffin and make sure that the IS-2 can't really do anything? The KV-8 still in the game, hasn't actually done anything in a while because it really can't. The Mortar apparently finally getting 2 kills there. You actually saw the first hit and actually doing something in the game for once. And the KV-8 just getting abused there by the Stugs. Panzerwerfer barrage going down right on top of everything. Oh, nasty hits there. KV-8 and IS-2 severely damaged. The combat engineers down to 1 man, forced to retreat as they need more men to be able to actually repair with any type of efficiency. And the Osttruppen in the center, they did cap the point, but they do get forced away by the shock troops. Flak Panzer says, you know what, I don't actually want you doing that. And IS-2 actually in a great spot here, could potentially get the kill here on the Flak Panzer, but I'm sure that RedxWings has some Teller mines laid. No, he doesn't actually. I would have assumed he had some Teller mines laid down around this. Yeah, he has one back here, but maybe around here in the center would have been good, just to make sure that if he could bait the IS-2 there, you know, something would happen. IS-2, with the support of the AT gun, managing to score a kill there on one of the Stugs. Second Stug in the back. The IS-2 goes to crush the debris, making sure that the line of sight is not obstructed here to the AT gun. However, we do have the Panther on the field for RedxWing, getting a nice flank going there on the... nasty hit there by the Panzerwerfer, getting a lot of damage going down on the IS-2. IS-2 getting hit on the side. Oh, the main gun destroyed for the IS-2. The Panther could just simply push forward to finish the job. The IS-2 did not even try to retreat, and down goes the IS-2 for RNJESUS. He does have enough fuel for a second one, but what he does not have is the manpower. AT gun does manage to, will manage to get the kill there on the Panther, but the Panther will probably get the kill on the KV-8. Unfortunate there for RNJESUS. Don't think he really needed to lose that that KV-8, but, well, the AT gun will finish off the Panther and potentially equalize there. The other Stud did go down as well, so RNJESUS may be able to pull this off, but he is down to 81 points, currently double capped with a triple cap probably coming soon. AT gun does go down there to the artillery field officer. It is very low in health, and I'm only assuming that, yeah, RedxWings is going to focus fire the weapon itself and destroy it. It is doing it with the Flak Panzer, so it'll take a couple shots, but there it goes. And the conscripts are forced back. So there is no armored forces on the field for RNJESUS. He has no AT guns to combat. Oh, and the Panzerwerfer just adding insult to injury. throws a barrage, eliminates the retreating conscripts, and we are down to a very small force. This map is so gardening stupid. Gardening? What? I don't know what he's trying to say, but yeah, it looks like RNJESUS will be throwing in the towel here. He has been beaten, probably defeated. He does call himself another IS-2 onto the field as a last-ditch effort. It is essentially his only choice here. Does have a little bit of infantry on the field, so he needs to go cap some points. Does run into the Flak Panzer. Will be able to take down the Flak Panzer as it is currently unsupported. Is it moving in the direction of any type of mine? Does hit Blitzkrieg. Can it get a shot? Oh, main gun destroyed, but the Flak Panzer stays alive. The Osttruppen are getting crushed in the threads of the IS-2, but we do have a Flak Panzer just being a bully in the base, getting a lot of kills and a lot of damage in there. Flak Panzer up to 26 kills. And the IS-2 is going to try to stop it, but oh my god, the Panzer Werfer just barraging. Down goes the shock troop squad. Oh my god. If RNJESUS had any shot, I mean, the Panzer Werfer is just closing the deal here. Conscript squad trying to stay alive, manages to stay alive. Flak Panzer does go down. The other Flak Panzer still in the game, but with a triple cap going and 10 points left and no infantry on the field, as valiant of an effort that RNJESUS did right now, RedxWings managed to seal the deal. 4 points, 1 point left, one more tick and the game is over, and that is gonna be it. Very nice play by both guys. It was very nice, I gotta say. So, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.